Hello, everybody. I'm here. Last night, we missed it by one. I think today we missed it by one or two. Um, the important thing is we get back in the saddle um, and try to learn something from each day, right? So each day we got to figure out what is it that we can learn from, right? And then most of it is just purely based on the universe or luck, or what you call it. If it's your time to win, it's your time to win, right? It doesn't matter if you are sitting on a toilet in Walmart. If it's your time, you're going to win, right? Um, and like I said, stranger things have happened. So when you're not winning, don't give up. Just know that your blessings are right around the corner. I mean, it's kind of awesome, right? Because you don't have to stress over things a lot. You know what I mean? When it's going bad like this, you don't have to stress. You can, but you don't have to. You can go to the gym and go out and walk or something like that. And you say, Ron, no, 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 it's bad. It's tough. I get you. But it was a word given to me by this old guy back in the day. And I was in court paying child support and whatnot. And of course, I was getting the shaft, but whatever. And I was complaining. And so some old guy goes, I tell you what, man, I don't know you from the next guy. He says, but if you're doing everything that you say you're doing, just keep doing it and it'll all pay off. Damn, that old man was right. This is a lot of things. So, yeah. I put out some today, and the ones that I put out today weren't the very best. We almost hit a couple, right? So let me go in here and look and see which ones it was, because it was a couple of them that we should have hit. The first one I can just tell you for a fact was the Tigers. It was 0-0 going into the ninth inning, and the Tigers ended up tying it up, and I'm like, yes, I got my under. I got Scrubble with his strikeouts. And then what happens? The Tigers jump all over Cleveland for 7 runs. And I go, yeah. And then I go, y'all scored too much. What you get, right? So that's how that goes. Let's look. I'm going to go in here and look so we can check out how it went. It's heartbreaking, but, I mean, whatever. What are you going to do? Yes, I'm going to read it to you, and then we can just talk about it later. Yeah, hold on for 1 minute. All right, let's get at it. The first one that we well, let's get the first settled tick. What? Oh shit! There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right. So the first one, the very first one, Detroit and Cleveland. We went, uh, we went under 7.5, and the game went over. It was a total combined score of 9, so that went over, right? Um, but we won the Tigers, right? We won that one. Um, we lost with Pittsburgh on the money line. Um, yeah, I mean that's this ticket right here sucked. But let's see the next best ticket. Let's see. Oh, that sucked as well. All right, I'm just looking over the games for today. Now that was one ticket that well, that was for last night. Last night we almost won, and the only thing it was the Colorado Rockies didn't hold up their end of the bargain, right? But today, I don't even think it was close. I think the first one we missed one, two out of nine, right? Um, what is this one? This is 12 tickets. How many we? I mean, 12 legs. One, two, three. We missed three, right? Out of 3 out of 12. See, this Philadelphia one, right? Crochet did his thing, guys. He did his thing. Oh, here's one. Watch this. So we got Paul Skeens, 5+ strikeouts. We hit. Joe Ryan for the Twins, 4+ strikeouts. We hit. The Toronto Blue Jays versus Toronto Blue Jays versus the Angels. We got that correct. The under in the Detroit Tigers game, that whacked us because after that one that we got with the under 7.5, Turp Scrubble got 6+. We got that. We got the Detroit Tigers winning, and then we've got Garrett Crochet with 6 alternate strikeouts. Um, what got us was here's another one we got wrong. And so it's under the first inning, 1.5 runs. Now, you say, Ron, why would you pick that? Because normally people don't really score that much. But Boston scored 4 times in the first inning. Four. Four. I mean, that's kind of unheard of. But, I mean, whatever. Zach Wheeler, he did his thing. I mean, we got, what is this? 11. It's got one. Out of 11, we got 1, 2. Out of 11, we got 2 wrong. Right? What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do, right? You just get at it and get back at it tomorrow. I mean, the good thing about it is it's always a tomorrow, right? And what do you just log out? Yeah, it's always a tomorrow, guys. Never get frustrated. Never get mad. Oh, well, you can get mad, but don't let it take you to the point where you do something that you'll regret later. It's a game. It's only a game. Okay, you don't have any money, but that's okay. When it's your time to get some money, it's going to be there. And I truly believe it's somewhere in the universe written that we're all going to hit. And that's why a lot of you guys sometimes you're drawn to me on here because you know you're going to hit, but you don't know when. So once I guess all of the players line up that the universe has picked, and that's when we'll get going. Um, but like I said, we won last week, and the week before last we won, and so what? So since I've been up and doing this, we've hit a total of about 4 to 5 times, right? And I started up May 1st, I think, like May 1st. Well, I decided that I was doing so well at predicting and getting this stuff right, and I just figured, I could help people out, help them win or whatever, and enjoy themselves at the same time. And for me, like I keep telling you guys, it's very therapeutic for me. I like doing it. I like people, and that's how that goes. But let's get at it for tomorrow. Now, move. I put together some tickets today, right? That I thought would be beneficial for us to look at today, right? Now let's do it. Hold on. Where do we go? Can't find it. What did I do with you? I just opened up this new window and lost it just that quick. Hold on. This sucks. Hold on. Oh, here it is right here. All right, where's my other one? No, it's not it. Fucking bitch. Ha! I just lost another window. We'll find it. What a piece of crap. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. Now, these are the games we're going to look at for today. And I picked them out because I thought that um, these games here, I just wanted to get some games that was worth going over instead of spending my time talking about games that we're not even going to attack, right? So, let's get at it. Well, before we do, I want to show you guys something, and I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I didn't. But I'll do it today after the show is put together. This thing where you guys will see how to tease. All right, okay. So on the first one, right? On the first one, we took the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line. No, we took on the run line. Let's see. This Philadelphia, I think, did win, right? Hold on. Okay, home of the baseball score. So Philadelphia, what did Philly do today? That was the first game. The first game, okay, we took Philly on the run line, right? We won. Philadelphia 3, Cincinnati 2. Yeah, so we covered on that one, right? Now, where's this other goddamn ticket? You son of a gun, where did you go? Really? Okay, here it is. So we won the Philadelphia one, negative 1.5 on the run line. We won that, right? The next one, we took the Toronto Blue Jays on the run line as well, right? Let's see what happened there. What did Toronto do? Toronto won 3-2, so we didn't win that one. We should have just took the money line, but I thought that the pitching matchup was good, and I thought the Toronto Blue Jays could get some runs. So that's one we lost. Detroit Tigers on the run line. We got that correct, right? I had a WNBA game on here, and I had a Phoenix Mercury game on here, but I thought I had some more where I had made a tease. Okay, I'm sorry, the Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun by plus 20. So let's go here and look and see. Connecticut Sun is, because I teased that. I think it was at 9. It was plus 9, right? So let's go here and look and see what they did in the WNBA. Because I think the original line was like 10, I think. But I teased it and I took it where I could, well, I'm thinking things. Where I know I could win, or we could win. But let me see. Okay. Well, hey, Lise, can you hand me a pen? Can you hand me a? No, that's okay. I got it right here. Hold on, guys. I'll be right with you. Right with you. 8, 6. So we would have won that, right? Because I took Connecticut Sun plus 20. Las Vegas won by what? 18. Now you see what I mean? How you tease. So I think the spread was at like 10 or 11. It was some, I don't even think it was 11. I think it was 10, like 10.5. So what I did was I teased it and I took it up even higher because I figured, okay, that would give the Connecticut Sun the Connecticut Sun a better chance at winning, and they did. I teased that game. So that's what I mean by when you teasing games, you can pick a game that you feel like, well, with some extra help, these guys could probably win. So on that Vegas and Suns game, I saw it at 10. I said, nope. How about we go plus? What did I do? I think I went plus. Wait. Plus 20. I went plus 20. That because I knew that they wouldn't beat them by 21. But I raised it to 20.5. That was good. Another day I did pretty good like that too. Now you see what I mean by teasing. This ticket was actually worth about $700. No, $600. By the time I got finished, it was worth $300. Why was it $300? Because I teased games to make sure that I pretty much know that I'm going to win. If you go to ESPN and you're doing basketball or football, I'll let you know right now, you should go to places that'll let you tease individual games. FanDuel has it, but I'm not sure how it works on FanDuel because I tried it, right? And it was something like about I gotta do a whole bunch of teams. So I was just like, oh, that sucks. So I figured it out. No. So I figured it out. Um, you tease games like basketball, football. You can tease a baseball game, right? But you're better off teasing like football and basketball. That's where you'll have the most success. Mm. You can also tease the over under. See what I mean? You want to tease the over under. If you tease the over under, that gives you a better chance at winning the baseball game as well. Someone just showed up on here, but I'll tell you what it was. We're talking about the Connecticut Sun, the WNBA. I think they were favored by 10 or so, and I bought like 10 more points, and I bumped it up to plus 20.5. That gave me a better chance. And watch, Las Vegas won. They won by 18. Now, if you would have took them to win by, or if you would have took, what was it? I forgot. Was it 10 or 11? Yeah, no. You almost have to be kind of perfect to do this, right? But they had the Vegas Aces. I think it was like what 8. It was giving them 10 points, right? You're giving them 10 points, but they won by 18. You could have did anything, but I just wanted to make sure that I won. Was this an overkill? Yeah. Well, because they did. I mean, you want to give yourself the best way at winning. So if Vegas beat them by 18 points, right, and the spread was 10, and you took the 10, you won, right? But if you're like me and you don't know how the WNBA is going, because the WNBA is very tricky. Like you don't know, it's very unpredictable. So I says, okay, yeah, I think they had it. It was for the for the Suns it was plus 10, and so if you'd have took plus 10 with Connecticut, you would have lost. Yeah, you'd have lost because they covered that 10 and then some. So remember, teasing gives you the best odds at winning. I'll go in here and get you another. Well, let's do it this way. I'm going to give you another game. And maybe, like, we should all try this for a week. What do you think? Let me know. We can just move from FanDuel. FanDuel gives you a better chance. FanDuel gives you more money. Gives you money, money, money. So with FanDuel, you can pick the Tigers on the money line or the spread. You can take Screwball to throw 8 strikeouts, Little Johnny Joe to get 3 hits, right? But if you gotta look, because sometimes that'll drop you, and you won't get that much money. Whereas FanDuel say, okay, you can pick your mother, your father, whoever. We'll give you $5 for each of these guys. ESPN is not like that, right? So you have to be careful. Sometimes they do give you money, but you've got to look at the odds and see what happens because each sports book have different rules and stuff like that. They were playing hardball today, FanDuel was, because FanDuel was like trying to force people's hand. Like Eric Crochet, I think was like the over under on strikeouts was like, I think it was 8.5. I'm like, that's stupid. And then you go to alternate strikeouts. So I said, okay, I'll go to alternate strikeouts, right? So you go get 6. It only went up like $2. I says, oh, okay. You guys are back on your commie crap, right? So they want you to do one or the other because they know they hold the upper hand. So if you would have took, and I don't know if it was Crochet, it was somebody, it might have been Screwball. I think it was Screwball. They wanted you to go 8.5 under or over. And that way you go over 8.5. You lost because Screwball, I think, only threw like 7 strikeouts. So you got to be careful with FanDuel. Never, ever, ever, ever let them force you into it. So again, what will happen is you'll have Turk Screwball playing pitching, and he usually throws for what 7 strikeouts, 8, 9, sometimes 10. Well, when it's like that, they'll try to go up, right, with the over under, because it used to be what earlier in the year it was like when it was first like Screwball was like this, and that's probably they said 6.5 strikeouts or over. I took it, everybody won, so Vegas is pissed. So now the next time what Vegas does is it comes back with not 6.5, they come back with 7.5. And 7.5 is it gets like harder. Can he get 7.5? Yeah, but sometimes pitchers have those days where they just can't. So when they're trying to make you do that, you don't do it. And so what happened is, I think it was 8.5. They went for Screwball, and I said whatever. So I'm not taking it. You're not gonna force me. So I went to alternate strikeouts for Screwball, and I said I'll go for 6. And it only went up like $2 or something. I'm like, and then if you took like 6 or 7 or something like that, it didn't go. I think it went up to like maybe $15 versus you probably get more when you go to over under. So they want to force your hand. Don't let them do it. The teasing, I'm gonna look at that right now because I suggest do we take this on or take this challenge or try to figure it out. ESPN bet. Let's see what it does. That you can't tease, so it's got to be like within 24 hours where you can tease a game or something like that. 12, I don't know, but this is too early to do it now, right? Okay, so let's go here and let's look at something. It has to be for today, not tomorrow, because they won't give it to us. All right, here we go. Baseball. Here we go. All right, let's do any teasing. Okay, they are. So we've got the San Francisco Giants today versus the Athletics. I think that game is going to go over. No, seriously, I'm not messing around. I think San Francisco versus the homeless A's, because they don't have a home. I think this game will go over today, right? But let's do this. To make sure that we win, the over, 9.5, which is 10. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the over, right? And I'll go over here, it's over 9.5, right? So now you can tease this. If you're not for sure that they're going to go over 9.5, the under, you just move. I think it'll let us go all the way down to 7.5. So now instead of the over being 9, 9.5, 10, the over is 7.5. Will we win that? We got a better chance at it, right? So let's just look at it for what. Let's say we put $10 on this ticket. If you tease the under or over, which was originally set at 9.5, let's see, hold on. If it's originally set at 9.5, the over, and you tease this, that get you no, you don't tease it if you just play it what it is, what the sports books is giving you. The over under is 9.5. If we decide to say and put $10 on here, the payout for that is $18. Now, if you want to tease it and take it all the way down to 7.5, it's $13.33. That's not bad, right? It gives you a better chance at winning. Let's keep this mug going because I really want to prove a point, and then we'll look at it, or I'll look at it when the show is over with and post the results of what we would have won. Because I just want you guys to get this for those of you who don't know how to tease games, I want you to get this down packed before college football starts. College football and pro football will be starting in about what, three to 4 weeks. So we still got time to learn how to tease, right? So now we got Colorado to. Oh no, this is for tomorrow. We don't have anything else. Well, No, we've got the San Diego Padres game. So San Diego versus the Texas Rangers. So San Diego is favored, right? The under over is 8.5, right? So let's go. We'll take the over. No, the under. Let's take the under in that game at 8.5. No, let's take the over because this is going to be a high-scoring game. Not a high-scoring, but it could be. So Texas Rangers versus San Diego Padres tonight. The Padres are favored, and the over. We're going to take the over at 8.59, right? So now let's go in here and see will they let us tease this game. Some games they don't let you tease. So now we go to the Texas Rangers and San Diego Padres. It's over 8.5. You'll win, right? If you don't put anything on it, and the only thing that you have is we've got 2 in the parlay right now. We got San Francisco Giants versus the A's, and we took the over and we teased it down to 7.5, right? Now we've got the Rangers, which is at 8.5. But let's do this. You put let's do this. Let's say we put $200 on the ticket, right? So that $200 incorporates the San Francisco game where we teased it over 7.5. And then if you look up here with San Diego, it's 8.5. That's the way the sports book has it set at. So if you win like this, when you teased one and you didn't tease the other one, you're going to take, just leave it as is. If you win, you get $520, right? So let's say over. Let's make sure we give ourselves a better chance at winning. Let's take it down to over 6.5 points. Well, remember I told you it was at 300? If we take it down to 6.5 with $200, we only win $167.30. You still win. That's the important thing. No, you're not going to. Let me see. Hold on. What was that? It would have been at 320. And let's do this. Let's go and put San Francisco and the A's back. Right? We'll take the over again. Over 9.5 for San Francisco and Athletics. And we got the 8.5 over for San Diego and Texas. You put $200 on that, just the way it is, and you're accepting what the books is telling you. $200 will get you $490.84. This is the over, not teased. Now, you want to tease it? You got 502. What's going to happen? Well, over, we're going to go to 6.5, over 6.5. And in the San Francisco Giants game, we're also going to move that down to 7.5. $500. It takes it all the way down to $167.30. Ron, we just lost a lot of. No, not really, because you're winning. Now, the more games you have and parlays like college football. So pretty much when I would do the college football on weekends, yeah, I mean, let's see, hold on. So I guess you guys get it though, right? What is this? I'll give them to you, but I don't really like batting. But let's see. Come on, man. What are you doing? There we go. Any batters props? Yeah. So what game? What game would you like for me to use some betting, some hitting? I can tell you off the top of my head that if you go with Cleveland batting props, but that game is over with. You want to go with uh, Quan, I think is his name. He usually leads off. Athletics, okay. I don't know those guys' name, but let's see. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so we're going with Oakland, right? Let's get at it. Hold on. So right now, I'm gonna take Jacob Wilson to get a hit in this game. Why? Because his batting average, he's got the best batting average on the team, right? But that still doesn't mean anything. Well, so let's look again. Hold on. Jacob Wilson, but let's look. Let's look at his last, what is this? Last 5 games. His last 5 games. Okay, so the last one against San Francisco, I guess this was yesterday. Um, he didn't get any hits, right? But the game before that against San Francisco, he got one. Well, he's got like 2 hits in that game. He had a bait. No, yeah, he had 1 hit and 1 double, 1 single and 1 double, right? The game before that one, they played Tampa. Uh, he had 2 hits, 1 double, right? The game after that, he didn't do anything, but he only batted twice. So they probably pulled him out. Okay, and then again, the other game, I think this was what? June 28th against the Yankees. Uh, he's got 1 hit and 1 walk, right? So that's his thing. If you want to bet, that will be one of the best bets is that Wilson will get a hit now. But wait, let's just make sure, and we're going to go through because batting averages can be funny. But let's do this, right? I want to go with just regular hits. What the hell? Oh, hits. Oakland. Jacob Wilson. So Jacob Wilson is anybody that's going to get a hit tonight. The most likely person to get the hit tonight will be Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson overall, he's been at bat like 327 times, and he's got like 109 hits. Right? His batting average is 333. Anytime you see somebody with a high batting average in the 300s, just know he's a damn good hitter because normally at the end of the season, no one really truly finishes the season hitting 300 except for Ted Williams. I think Paul Molitor did. It's been quite a few people. But to finish the season out hitting 300, man, you're like Jesus. Let's see what he 17 doubles, 9 home runs. So yeah, I mean, Jacob Wilson is your guy if you're looking for a hit tonight. But who are they playing tonight? Do we know? Okay, I got it. Oh, San Francisco. San Francisco blows. Yeah, I would take him tonight because Bird Song. Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, Bird Song. Let's see. What is Bird Song? Is he a lefty? No, he's a right-hander. Bird Song is okay, but he'll give it up too. All right, let's look at Bird Song's last games. His latest one yesterday, he gave up 3 hits, or not yesterday, but it was this July 1st. He gave up 3 hits. The game before that one, he gave up. Now I'm going down in the order like that from today on down. So on July 1st, actually, July 1st was the last time he pitched. And by the way, did he get a decision in each one of those games? I don't know. Who cares? But the first one, July 1st, he gave up 3 hits. Out of those 3 hits, one of them was a home run. A game after that, he gave up 4 hits, 7 runs. He gave up 7 hits the other game, 5 runs. He gave up 6 runs the game before that one. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. And yeah, so this dude is like, he's gonna come down the middle with it, and he's gonna get smacked, right? And the reason I know is because he's got a lot of strikeouts. Well, not a lot, but enough. He's that kind of guy that's gonna challenge you a lot and come right down the middle. So the thing about pitchers like this with the strikeouts, when you come in hard, some guys just sitting back waiting to tee off on you. And that's probably him. I don't know if you guys like older pitchers like Jack Morris. He was like Randy Johnson too. Like guys like that, when the teams know that they throw fast, that's they pitch. Guys will watch video all day, and they'll get in the batting boxes, and then they'll wait for their pitch, and they'll tee off on you. That's on God. Now, some pitchers, that's because you can throw 100 miles an hour. That means you're going to get a lot of victories. You've got some pitchers, right, that throw like knuckleballs, all kind of change-ups, screwballs, and that's where the ball just comes. As soon as you think you're going to hit it, it just drops. And those guys have a lot of success as well. those guys that throw those knuckleballers, they like the finesse pitchers, and when they're on, damn, they on. You can't stop them. When they got that juice working for them, and it was right before they closed Tiger Stadium. 'Cause I'm from Detroit, but I'm in San Diego now. But right before they closed Tiger Stadium, I would get behind the plate and watch versus the Rangers. When is this? The Ranger game. Oh, today. Let's figure it out. Let's look. Yeah, hold on. This is gonna be kind of tough. I see that right now. All right, hold on. Well, I don't. Is that the guy that used to play with the Padres last year? His name sounds familiar. I think that's who that is, right? I'm gonna look him up now. The Marlins. Okay, okay. All right, let's look at his last. Look at his last 3 games. Right now, he's hitting a 319, so that's good, right? His last game that he played in against Texas. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, he played with the Marlins. He's on San Diego now. I get you. Yeah, okay, I know who this guy is. Yeah, he's definitely going to get a hit. As a matter of fact, and I don't even have to look because I just seen who he's playing for. He's with the Padres, but I don't know if you remember a guy named Pofar. Pofar used to bat 2, he would lead off, and that was like a hell of a combination because they would always get on base. But this guy against the Texas Rangers, I mean, this dude is like, that's why he's familiar. I thought he was on Texas. No, he's in San Diego. Oh yeah, he's gonna get a hit tonight. I can guarantee you. Not guarantee you, but the chances of him getting a hit is great. He's batting 319. So if he's batting 319, that's good. Now, just in general, if you want to look at anybody to get a hit, you look at Judge with the Yankees. What did he do today? Let's find out. Yankees won anyway. I mean, those guys came through. Uh-huh. Let's look at Judge. What did you? Holy crap! Aaron Judge is hitting 360. So you want to bet on somebody getting hits? Anytime the Yankees play, you might want to just grab Aaron Judge. Well, let's look at his last 5 or 6 games. Let's see. Yesterday, he went 0 for 4. He got a strike. I mean, he got a walk. That was about it. But the day before that, he got 2 hits. One of them was a home run. And in the game before that, he got a hit. I mean, so this dude is like averaging 1 hit a game. But watch this now. Aaron Judge against Toronto in that one game, 11-9, he got 3 hits. 1 double, 1 home run. 3 hits. 1 double, 1 home run, and a single. He batted in 3-2. So yeah, you talking about getting hits? And it's just some guys. That guy with San Diego is perfect. He's super perfect for getting a hit today. I kind of think, I'm not a San Diego fan. I'm a Tiger fan. But all last year, I watched the Padres, and how the Padres would do were good. I mean, you had Profar leading up. No, you had this guy, was his Luis. You would have him leading off, and then you'll have like Profar batting too. Now Profar's with he's with Atlanta, right? And then I don't think he's playing because I think he got caught taking some kind of sports enhancing stuff. I don't know. I mean, we all have to watch what we're putting in our body, but it just seems like if you're playing baseball, you got a team, they should tell you what you can and cannot have. And I don't know why he like he thought he can get around that. But I don't know the story, right? I mean, he could have a legitimate beef because there's some things you just can't eat or whatever. It'll show up as some perform enhancing stuff. Because a lot of those guys take those different herbs and stuff and go to the herbal store. So you gotta have to check with the team doc. Maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he did. Who knows? But Pofar is on Atlanta, and if I was San Diego, I wouldn't have let him go because they missed that 1-2 punch that they had now. So yeah. All right. So we'll move on to some of the games that I picked out for tomorrow that I think we should look at. All right. Let me see. All right. The first one is Philadelphia versus San Francisco. Christopher Sanchez, a lefty, 7-2, ERA 2.68, 108 strikeouts. It's July, guys, right? And the pennant race is gonna start heating up right after the All-Star break. August 1st, after August 1st, it's on, right? So you're gonna have guys playing hard, and putting their best guys on the mound. You're gonna see a lot of scores. Like now, you'll get a 7-2 game, 8-6. But when it starts time for the pennant race and the teams that's competing, the scores tighten up. I don't know who San Francisco is gonna put on the mound, but I do know that San Francisco is not as good as they were, in the previous years. I'm going to take Philadelphia. I don't even know. They don't have any pitchers listed for San Francisco, but I got that much faith in the Phillies bullpen and their starters that they're going to win tomorrow. Christopher Sanchez, 7-2, ERA 2.68, 108 strikeouts. So for me, at least I'm going to take Philadelphia on the money line, right? I'm going to take them on the money line. Depending on who the Giants put out there, you might can go under, right? Robbie? But I think Robbie Ray already pitched. Logan Webb pitched last night, so I don't know who they will put out. I mean, but just to be like Philadelphia super confident, I'll take the Phillies on the money line. I don't care who San Francisco puts up there. I like Philadelphia on the money line. Can I get some pitching props? Yep, let's go here and look and see. All right, Mr. Christopher Sanchez. His last 3 games, guys, let's look at him. Strikeouts, he had 5 against San Diego. Against Houston, he had 11. And the games before that, June 19th, against Miami, he had 4 strikeouts. So, if you want to go look at that, oh, and as a matter of fact, he went, I'm going to just give you the whole thing. So, Mr. Sanchez in his last 3 games, July 2nd, he won that game against San Diego. He's pitched 7 innings strong. He allowed 5 hits, 1 run, and he struck out 5. June 26th against Houston, he went 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits and 1 run and struck out 11. Then against Miami, he won that game. He pitched 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. So guys like this, you see his pattern, right? He's holding teams to like at least 5 hits a game. So that's why his ERA is so low. So when you got guys like this holding consistently, holding other teams to 5 runs, you don't really have to think twice and overcomplicate it. You take him, Sanchez, you take Philly. If they lose, whatever. But you made the educated best choice because he's probably going to do the same thing tomorrow, right? So that's what I was saying about taking Sanchez tomorrow. Strikeouts, if you want, I would go 4, right? And it all depends on how much they pay you for. I mean, if they like giving you put in for 4, and your money only goes up like $10 or $3, it's not worth it. The over under is where they'll get you at, but because sometimes now Christopher Sanchez, I would jump over when they give him the over. If they give him over 6.5, I like that. Over 7.5, no, I don't like that. I just don't. And again, these sports books will try to force your hand, make you take, because you can go to bed dreaming about Sanchez throwing, well, not like that, but dreaming that Sanchez is going to get 10 strikeouts, right? And then you get online and you say, I want to take him, and then they go, well, no, let's say 7 strikeouts. But then you go over to the sports books like FanDuel, and they give you over 8.5 strikeouts. Then you go, oh no, that's too much for me. Let me go to the alternate strikeouts. So then you move down to the alternate strikeouts, and you go, look, all I want is 6. Well, you take the 6, and the 6 only gives you $2 or $3, and that's where they try to get you, because they'll lower that price on the alternate strikeouts just so they can get you to buy into the over under. And if it's 7.5, and what if he has a bad day? And then they yank him and they pull him out, or he gets hurt, or the game is suspended. Because that happened to me quite a few times. The last one that happened was Joe Ryan, and I had him for 4 strikeouts. He had 3 when they ended the game. I mean, they suspended the game. And I looked and I go, oh, I'm so screwed. Because they suspended the game. He pitched, I think it was just 4. So it wasn't an official game. Official game means that they're not going to play it. They're just going to count it as a real game. So basically, if you play over 6 innings and it rains and the game can't start back up, the team who's winning will win that game based on it's a, what do you call it? It's a what do you call it? Shit, it's the an official game. But I'm taking Philadelphia, and I'll take alternate strikeouts. I'll take 4 if they give you a good price for it. But again, don't let FanDuel, intimidate you and say, well, because they're only giving him a 7.5. Would I take 7.5 from Sanchez, the over under? No. Can he hit it? Yeah. Well, why won't you take it? Because every day is different. He's a pitcher. His arm might be a little tweakish, right? You just don't know. So if you want to have favorable odds, you want to go to alternate strikeouts. And sometimes the alternate strikeouts give you good value, right? But you get the better value with the over-under strikeouts. So be careful and don't let these commie guys make you take something that you don't want. I mean, for crying out loud, it's the 4th of July. And these guys coming on, FanDuel is putting all this communist stuff out here, trying to make us go for stuff. Fuck commies, man. All right, what is the other game for tomorrow? You got the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Zach Gallen, 6-9. Now this is not a game that I would bet on. I told you the games I was betting on, but I just looked at this one. Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks, he's a 6-9, ERA 5.45. He's got 98 strikeouts, and he'll be going against Yu Darvish. Man, okay, he must have been hurt. He's back. Last year the guy was money. But when a guy comes back off of injury reserve, you got to kind of be careful with that. He might be hands-on. Let's look and see what they're saying about him. Yeah, he didn't play any this year. He's a good pitcher. Do I know how he's going to perform tomorrow? No. Will I gamble on it? No. Usually when it's like that, I'll pass that up, right? Because you don't know. Last year he was good. You can't go on that though. All right. So let's look. Now let me go into my bag of tricks and look at the other games that we should be looking at, right? All right. Tampa Bay Rays versus the Detroit Tigers. Shane Bass will be going for the Rays. He's 8-3, ERA 4.33, and 97 strikeouts. That's going to be a good game, but I think Detroit's bullpen will be ready for the challenge, right? Tampa didn't play too well on the road. If they put Flannery in there for the Tigers, I'll fade it because Flannery is the new Phil Coke. I don't know if you guys remember Phil Coke. But the Tampa game in Detroit, I like Detroit in this one. This is how they were like last year. I remember last year, betting against the Tigers, right? So I would always, hey, can you flip that up? Yeah. So I was so caught up because I thought the Tigers weren't that good, right? And I kept betting against them. And they kept winning, right? But the reason I was betting against them was every time I looked on the thing, they never had their the pitchers up. They never posted them. So I'm like, what are they doing? Playing bullpen ball? But that's how they won last year. The Tigers bullpen was lights out. I'm taking the Tigers on the money line, if anything, right? Okay. Hey, Lise, can you get that light for me? No, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, that's all right. That's the heavens shining a light down on me. All right. Miami versus the Cincinnati Reds. Believe it or not, guys, I like the Marlins in this game. Why, Ron? What's wrong with you? Well, Brady Singer for the Reds will be starting. His ERA is 4.36. He's got 80 strikeouts. He's 7-6. He's good. Jansen Junk for the Marlins is 2-1. ERA 3.62 and 33 strikeouts. This guy's been pitching good of late. Let's go look. I'm telling you guys, next year, the Marlins is going to be that team to deal with, man. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but the Marlins got a squad, a bunch of old young guys. I mean, a bunch of young guys. I said old young guys. All right. Oh, here we go, right here. Okay, so Jason Junk. I like Jason Junk. Max Meyer and Perez they have. They got a nice pitching staff over there. His last game against Minnesota, right? Jason Junk went 6 innings. He allowed 6 hits, and he allowed 2 runs. He gave up 2 runs. Struck out 7, though. The game before that, he played San Francisco. He went 3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs. And the game against Atlanta, the one that I was impressed with, he gave up 5 hits. He pitched 5, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 7. The good thing about this guy is he doesn't walk a lot of people. He just don't. His control is good. Do people tee off on him? Yep. But not a whole lot, right? But they do. And he's gone 5. He's gone 6 innings. But I don't know, man. I'm looking at this. Let me go back and compare with the other guy because, well, I know what Brady Singer brings to the table, right? Because there's one thing that you can't do with the Marlins. You can use the stats, But the Marlins got heart, man. They just a young team, man. And they don't. They. It's like somebody didn't tell them that they not in first place, because they play like that. So they got a lot of heart. Now Brady Singer, his last game against Boston, he pitched 3 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. Game before that against the Yankees, he lost that game. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. St. Louis, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. So this guy is giving it up, right? He's giving it up, and when you're giving it up like that, I kind of want to like fade you, but when they're playing a scrappy team like the Marlins, I'm gonna take my chance with the Marlins on this tomorrow. Yeah, and believe it or not, guys, the Florida Marlins, they're missing 500 by 8 games. They're going a couple of winning streaks. Them dudes are going. They're going to be playing some. They're going to be have a winning percentage, right? They got 8 more games. They can bring it even, but they might finish with a good record. All right, I'm going to take the Marlins, guys, plus the points, because I'm sure Cincinnati's favorite. Um, let's look at this other one. Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Boom. This is a good one, right? Yakamoto for the Dodgers, 8-6, ERA 2.51, right? And he has 109 strikeouts versus Freddie Peralta, another good pitcher. He's 9-4, ERA 2.91, and he's got 104 strikeouts. So right here, you do know this is going to be a pitcher's duel. The chances of somebody scoring in the first inning is not that great. But the only thing that stops me from putting a nerfy on this game, and I would do a nerfy because I trust Freddie Peralta like that. If anybody's going to get the Dodgers out, he can. The first inning, right? I'm not gonna take the we should probably take the under in this game, and then I will go with player props strikeout on this one. So we'll take the under, right? And then hold on, let's get to the. Let's look at Freddie Peralta's last 3 starts. And guys, if there's a guy who says, how do you know? How do you... Man, I do my homework, and I know these guys. Pound for pound, I can pretty much tell you who's going to win. Do I always win them all? Do I hit a lot? Mm-hmm. Do I know my baseball? Mm-hmm. So against the Mets, Freddie Peralta, he pitched 6 innings. He gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, but he won that game against the Mets. The next game against Pittsburgh on June 24th, he pitched 5 strong innings, and he gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. But he still won that game. 8 strikeouts. Against the Cubbies, he went 5 whole innings. He gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. That's kind of funky. That looks like real funky, man. Look at Yakamoto. Yakamoto can be a beast. All right, here we go. Yakamoto went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits against the White Sox, 1 run, 8 strikeouts. Against Colorado, he went 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 1 person, struck out 6. So basically, if he's playing a team that's below 500, he's gonna dominate them, right? San Diego, he played on the 19th of June. He went 6 innings. He gave up 7 hits and 3 runs. So again, against the White Sox, he gave up 3 hits, 1 run. Against Colorado, he gave up 1 hit, no runs. And against San Diego, 7 hits and 3 runs. So that's Yakamoto, right? Is that a good record? Yeah. You know what, guys? I'm gonna change my mind, but don't get mad at me. I just like Freddie Peralta. And then when I'm looking at this, I go, okay, because see, here's the deal with the Dodgers. The Dodgers are a great hitting ball club. Like you see the guys, and if you get a pitcher in there that is dominating batters, that's a recipe for success. And that's why they are so good. Now Glass now is still out hurt. What's the guy's name? Kershaw. Kershaw came back and he's picking up where he left off. He's mowing guys down, ringing them up left and right. So I'm going to take the Dodgers in this one because they just got good hitters. What are you going to do? There's not much you can do. Like some teams, you can pitch around certain guys, right? Well, the Dodgers, if you playing the Dodgers, that should have been figured out during the offseason, right? And getting guys, right, for that. But if you get to here now, there's not pretty much too much you can do when you've got Ohtani leading off. And then you've got Mookie Betts batting second. Then you got Freddie Freeman third. That's hard. Those first 3 batters, that's hard, right? So that's why I tell guys, when you bet nerfies, like first runs, first inning, no score, you don't want to do it against the Dodgers, Philadelphia, the Tigers. Hell, even San Diego will get you. You can't even do that with the Padres because they got good hitting teams, right? So tomorrow, take the Dodgers. Take them. All right, so let's see. Money line, it's your choice. Money line, the run line, that's your choice. I would take them. You probably get a good price, too. Okay, I did Philly and San Fran, right? Who's this? We did that. Hold on. Okay, Toronto Blue Jays. This is for tomorrow. These are the games that I deemed important, that I like, that should be good games and gives us a good chance at winning. I don't like going to see games like Kansas City versus the Diamondbacks because you'll raise your blood pressure for no reason worrying about these guys. It's like it's an even Steven. So if I had nothing else to do, I would do it, but no. So the Blue Jays versus the White Sox. Who's this? Golf, I don't care. Don't look now, guys, but the Toronto Blue Jays is 52-38. They're in first place because they beat the crap out of the Yankees this weekend. But they're going to be playing Chicago White Sox, Sean Burke. He's a right-hander. He's 4-7. ERA 4.03. 73 strikeouts. Believe it or not, guys, believe it or not, the White Sox will probably end up winning this game. I like Sean Burke, right? Let's go in here and look at it. So I'm going to take the White Sox in this one. All right, here's Sean Burke for the White Sox. His last game against the Dodgers, he went 6 innings. He gave up 6 hits. He allowed only 1 run, struck out 5, right? Then against Arizona, he won that game. He pitched 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out 7. Against St. Louis, June the 19th, he didn't get a decision in that game, but he pitched 5 innings. He allowed 4 hits and 1 run. So, and this is against this is against St. Louis, who's a team that's playing over 500. But the most impressive game that he pitched in is the Dodgers, right? And now you see why I picked the White Sox. I mean, these guys are slowly but surely making a run at it. They're not going to do it this year, right? But they're going to make a run at it. And I think they got a lot of good prospects from trading away Crochet. I wouldn't have did it, but whatever. I'm taking the White Sox on the money line. Yep, don't care. The Guardians versus the Astros. No, that's not one. Hold on, let me look. 'Cause I gotta look. I'm looking at my ticket, my games that I think it gives you better chances at winning. So we did this one. We did that one. Did this one here. All right. All 3 of these guys are jack-offs. Move them out. And what did we do this one? We did the Marlins in Cincinnati. All right. And then who's this? We did Detroit and Tampa. I think this might be it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. But I got some other stuff here that I pulled up. Now watch this. Now this is earlier in the day when I teased these games, and I just want to explain to you how it went. We got the Philadelphia. We lost that one with the Jays today, I think. Because California, the Angels won, I think. Let's see. All right, got it. We lost. Oh yeah, no. Toronto won, but they won by 1, 4-3. 3-2. So we lost that one because we didn't take the money line. We should have taken the money line because they won by 1. So, but we lost that one, right? The Tigers. That made me sick to my stomach because that was one of the games we could have won. And the Tigers ended up scoring 6 times in like the 10th inning. And when they did that they beat because we had that game going under. The Connecticut Sun. And I teased that game, right? So I teased that game because I think the spread for the Sun, I think Las Vegas, I think they were favored by like 9 or 10, right? So what I did was, hold on, I teased it because guys, I'm not going to mess around and lie to you. The WNBA is really tricky, man. You don't, sometimes sometimes you think you know, and you have no idea. But let's do the Sun, right? So it was, it was over under, I think. What was it? Yeah, no, it was a Connecticut Sun plus the points. But what I did is I bought some points and bought it up to plus 20, right? Well, it was 9, right? So if you'd have took that plus 9, you would have lost, right? Because these guys scored like 18. They beat Connecticut by like 18. Um, so you pretty much just could have stayed and took the money line with the Vegas Aces. But what I did was I took the Connecticut Sun and I boosted it up to 20.5, the spread. So if they, so Vegas had to beat them by at least 20.5 plus points. I moved it up and I ended up winning because I teased that game. But it was just something I wanted to try because in theory, you shouldn't have to tease a game. Well, maybe so with a high point spread like that. It was like 9 or 10. But I was just trying to tease to see how it worked. I mean, if I still had it, because I haven't teased in a while since football. But the Las Vegas Aces won by 18. You still could have took them covering the spread, right? But if you would have taken plus the points plus 10, you wouldn't have won. You would have lost, right? You definitely would have lost because the Vegas Aces won by 18. Now, I pushed it up to 20. So I made sure I was going to win, all right? All right, that's that one. Let's see. The Tigers is the one that got me really good today. I'm yelling and screaming and cheering, and then I'm like, wait, you guys scoring too much. Look, where's the rest of these games at? Mhm. I took the Pirates on the money line. I don't think the Pirates won that game. Hmm. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Seattle won 1-0 over the Pirates. So we would have lost that game right there. Pirates, no, Seattle won, right? And we picked the Pirates to win. So we would have lost that one. What did Paul Skeens do? He got 10 strikeouts. I won that on one of these other parlays because I knew he would get his 10. But Pittsburgh's need to do something, man, because they have too good of a pitching staff to be going through this crap. All right, and then what was the next one? Did the Phillies, did the Tigers. Oh, I'm missing. I think that's it. So we missed about like 2. No, 1. 2. No, because the Tigers won. And we missed it by the Pirates. I could have swore it was. Hold on. So I think I only lost by 1. Oh, wait. Now here's the other one. Okay, here's the ones that I didn't see. So I took the Minnesota Lynx on the money line. No, I took I took Minnesota on the money line. But why doesn't it? This thing is in the way. Let's see what happened with Minnesota today. Well, I'm sure they did. I'm pretty sure. So with teasing these games, it made it. I think the payout was like maybe like 130 or 50 because I teased a lot of games. And if I didn't, I like lost out like on 500 extra dollars, right? But some money is better to have $150 in your pocket versus zero. All right, so let me see. All right. We've got Seattle now, 79, New York 70. I did not bet on that game. Minnesota versus Chicago, and we took that one and we won. I don't know. I don't think we took the New York Liberty. Might have. I'm gonna put together a ticket on one of these things, and I'm gonna go over it with a fine tooth comb, and then I'll post it tonight so you guys will have something to look at for tomorrow's game. Um, yeah, guys, if you like the show, like and subscribe. Um, I love them thumbs up, right? I'm gonna be with you guys all through this whole year, right? I mean, through to the end of the season in baseball. We will be doing football and basketball, but Carl is on location now with the WNBA. Uh, so I mean, he'll be on here one of these days when he's ready. But um, I'm gonna be with you with baseball because I guarantee you this, guys. When September hits, that's the money time because when you're gonna have guys like you have five guys or five teams that's competing for a playoff spot, and they're gonna be putting their best pitchers up. So, like I was saying earlier, normally scores would be like 6-8, 10-2. When September comes, that's not how that goes. September, it's like 2-3, a 3-1, 1-0, and then we look at our pitchers and we do a lot of pitching props, right? We do a lot of unders. We do a lot of nerfies, no runs scored in the first inning. So you just make sure you do your homework. If you don't, come on here and I'll give it to you. Like some guy just came on here and asked me a question. I gave it to him. Wilson, he says, who's going to get a hit likely tonight? I told him Wilson. He also asked me about San Diego. And I'm like, yeah, because Luis. And it's amazing because I hadn't heard too much from that guy, but that guy is hitting the guy Luis, he's hitting like 318. And when you're hitting 318, that's good. So yeah, please go on the site. You'll get the chance to see where I lost a bet with my wife, and I had to go out and I had to cook dinner. Right, I had to go cook some dinner. So it was what, pulled pork or pork shoulder. So I had to cook it. I didn't want to do it, but I lost the bet, so I recorded that because that was the day I was supposed to sit down and do a lot of games. But since I had to cook, and she gave me all these things, and I lost, so you'll get a chance. You look on there, you'll see where I had to cook the pulled pork. I think I did okay. I really do. I think I did okay. Yeah, but throughout the season, I I'll be coming in doing a whole bunch of stuff like at night. I won't be calling anybody tonight because all of the parlays that I gave out was shot. Um, I will put up one of those old ones, maybe about 3 months ago. No, 2 months ago, I think. I forget, but there's one where I hit for like 20 grand, right? I almost hit for like 70 grand, and I think I missed it by like one game. But do I hit? Yes. Is it like every day? My dream is to now I've done this on the day that I hit for the 20 grand. I think it was like 2 months ago. I hit for 20. No, that was in April. The 20 grand, yeah. But with that, um, with that game, I won another parlay about $850, right? So that was like two in a row, and I've done that a couple of times. But my ideal hit is to like do 5 or 6 parlays and win all those sons of a bitches. That's what I want to do. And I've hit 2, but I want to hit like 4 or 5, all of them. And I tell this to guys all the time that's why when you are picking these parlays, you want to be mindful because sometimes you'll get excited and then you'll just start marking stuff off, and before you know it, and when the game starts, and you go, holy shit, I got the Blue Jays in each of these parlays. And they lost like the first game of the day. And now you got like 10 more hours left in the day or more than that, and you're out because that first team you picked lost, even though they got a good record. So you got to be careful. You got to be mindful when you do that, because I'm going to tell you something. I still do it, but I go back over it. So when I go back over it, I go, okay. And I don't care how good that team is. Can they win that? Yeah. But just know that if they don't, your whole parlay is screwed. One of the ones that I always like to talk about that I hate was 2 of them. One was it's actually 3. The one that was with the Diamondbacks last year was Gallon. Gallon came out, and I had him like in about 3 parlays, and he's a good pitcher. He's a strikeout pitcher. He came out, and he threw like 3 pitches, and then he called the bullpen coach to come out, and they pulled him from the game. He wasn't able to go, and it's shot. So I'm pissed. I'm like, why would you let this guy throw some pitches? To me, that was a Vegas call. Come on, man. You going to throw 3 pitches? Dude, you should know that's why you have warm-ups. Trust me, if your arm is hurting in the first inning, it didn't just start. So you should have just had them pull you out. But that was a Vegas call. Second one was Daniels for the Commanders. And if you know Daniels with the Washington Commanders, this dude is like a human ATM machine. So I had this dude in about like 5 parlays, about 5. He ran for 25 yards. They snatched him, and he said, I guess he had a rib injury. Now the whole game, I guess they were playing whoever they was playing, they beat the crap out of him. I think it was New England. It was somebody they beat the crap out of by 30 points or something like that. Well, the next game after that, the next Sunday, he threw I watched him throw like a 70-yard bomb. And I'm like, I thought this dude's ribs was hurt. Another Vegas call. Well, I guess the point I'm trying to make is be careful when you're putting so many guys in parlays. It can be a Vegas call. It can be the guy is actually hurt. We don't know if it was a Vegas call or not. But the point I'm trying to make is that anything that can happen, it will, and they'll get you. And then you'll be like, damn, I had This dude and the sad part was, you know, Washington Commanders is one of the games that's played 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. One of the first games. So this dude, my parlay was over in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, my parlay was shot that whole Sunday, and I don't chase. So when I say chase, that means trying to get your money back. I don't do that, right? So when you lose, that's it. Take it easy, relax, and just get it together for the next game. But guys, be careful, right? Also, if if you think you have a gambling problem, there are people out there, Gamblers Anonymous, and stuff like that can help you out. Um, sometimes, and remember this: just because you gamble doesn't mean that you have an addiction to gambling, right? I just want you guys to know that, because sometimes you have a lot of people say, "Oh, he's got a gambling problem," and then when you hit, oh, you don't hear anything else, but they got their hand out, right? So if you can go one day, right, without gambling, or you don't chase victories and stuff like trying to get your money back, then you're pretty much good. But if you're like super behind in your bills and you like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and you're chasing all day, then it's apparent that you have a problem, and you probably want to talk to a therapist or something and try to get yourself, squared away, so you will not get put out. Also, guys, always educate yourself on the different leagues that you're playing in, looking at the histories and stuff. Just educate yourself. Like baseball, you have to educate yourself on baseball, because if you don't, you'll go into the game blind. Just for an instance, just for instance, today, the Tigers almost lost, right? And I think it was Struble who pitched a magnificent game. And in the ninth inning, it was like Indians won, Tigers nothing. But the Tigers went nuts in the tenth inning or whatever, and scored like 6 times. But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes things is kind of weird. Like in baseball, it's nothing to see a guy throw a one hitter and still lose the game. Like the Tigers, it wasn't like a one hitter, but it was like he was going up against Galvin Williams, I think was his name. Head and shoulders, Turk Struble is better, but he almost took the L today. Yeah. So that's one of them. Outside of that, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe, man. If you got any, questions, feel free to send me a text. I will be, I recommended some of you guys, if you guys need to, go out and bet ESPN, and try the things, the teas in the games, like I told you. The FanDuel, I think, makes you tease the whole damn ticket. I'm not doing that, right? ESPN, don't Caesars let you do it, but Caesars is trash, right? Don't mess with Caesars. I call those guys and straighten them out, and then because I guess I signed in a different city, and then they said, "Oh, you're gambling," and I'm like, "That's funny. I did this a lot, but you never said anything to me when I was losing." Complete total silence on the other end, right? Lady didn't say one word. I said, "That's weird." I said, "Because I was with you, since I'm just losing, you never told me that." She didn't even respond, just quiet. And I said, "Now since I'm winning, now you guys want to whack me." "Well, sir, that's the go." I said, "Okay. Well, I've got $100." Because I was cocky, man. Well, I wasn't cocky. I didn't pull it, the money right away. I left like 100 in so I can do more games. They took it. I've never got my $100 back. Never got it back. So, Caesars, we can go somewhere and fly a kite. ESPN is excellent though. ESPN is great. So yeah, nothing new. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm gonna put these teas in. No, I did that already. It was something I gotta do, but I forgot. Look for some videos. Normally you'll see me at the end of the day or at night. If we hit, I'll come on and I'll say, "Hey guys, we're in the money." I try to keep it quiet so I won't, and don't wake your wives up. So if they find out that you've been hitting, you're screwed. I'm just telling you guys. Just telling you. You always got to keep a lookout. They don't tell you about the stashes that they. Hey, how you doing? What are you doing? You just got back? Cool. Yeah, guys. So yeah, yeah. I'm not. She thinks she intimidates me, but she don't. And I know you say, "Juan, why you stop talking? Why are you talking low?" Because you don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You won't win with them. They know. They know, guys. They know. But you always got to try to be at least 1 or 2 steps ahead. All right, guys. Love, peace, and hair grease. Like the video if you like it. Go in there and check out where I had to cook the pork when I lost the bet or whatever. You guys are awesome. I enjoy talking to you guys every day. You got any questions? You can email me. You can send it on each video. It doesn't matter. I still rock with you guys, and I always keep it 100 with you. And any questions, anything, just let me know. Oh, here's another thing. When you listen to some of these programs on TV or like on YouTube, and they tell you, "Oh, you need to stay away from parlays." Don't listen to that. You do what's good for you, right? You always do what's good for you, and when you do what's good for you, it always works out. Some people can hit parlays, some people can't. So when they go to tell you, that's not a good thing, because one of my buddies say, "Well, dude, you're not gonna ever win like that." I said, "Dude, I'm hitting. What are you talking about?" Some people are good at certain things, and some things they're not good at, right? So you got to figure out what your niche is and what you can handle and what you can't handle. But never let somebody tell you that parlays is the wrong way to go. Because whether or not, here's the thing, you can bet for one game, one team, and drop $600 on that one team and lose. Well, what's the difference of playing 25 and betting 10? You see what I mean? It's the same. So love, peace, and hair grease, and don't let these guys get you all worked up. You can't do it. The bottom line is to always stay in control. Don't chase. Be super positive. Love, peace, and hair grease, guys. You guys are awesome. I don't know what else to say. I'm on here every day, right? So you ever want to stop by or anything like that, just let me know. I'm on here all day, and if anything happens or we hit, I'll contact you late at night, wake you up, but I won't wake up your wife. All right, guys, you guys are so awesome. I guess we'll do this tomorrow. If something happens in the middle of the night, I'll wake you up. But love, peace, and hair grease. You guys kick ass. Peace.